Previously on Thomas the Train's Adventures.
What's happening, Duck?
The Fat Controller's ordered your new wheels.
Am I going to be really useful again?
May I introduce Dexter?
Just can't help thinking what will become of me. Clarabelle will be back soon, won't she? But what will happen to Dexter?
Percy's going to take him to a sighting on the Little Western. The Fat Controller can't assign him a job at the moment.
Be the scrapyard for me this time. Gilbert and the Three Coaches. Islesborough Harbour is one of the busiest attractions on the island of Sodor. People come from all over the island and abroad to see the sights and laze on the beach. But while the tourists are having a whale of a time, the same can always be said of the engines. I've never known it to be so busy.
I know. I've made so many journeys, I feel as if my wheels are about to drop off. I must have a word with my fitter. I'm sure all these extra trips don't agree with my motor.
I'm seriously considering switching jobs with Bulstrode. I like to be busy, but this is too much.
Yeah, it looked pretty hectic.
And how would you know? You've only been pulling goods trains. It hasn't affected you.
Would you like to swap, Daisy?
I've never said that. But it would be nice if you could help out a bit, Gilbert.
I can't help what work I'm assigned to.
All the same, with Donald and Douglas away working on Edward's line, we could use an extra set of wheels on ours.
And that's exactly what you're going to get, Ryan.
Oh, Frizzly Fireboxes. How does he do that?
Gilbert, I would like you to transfer to passenger services. Oliver should be able to manage the goods trains on his own for the time being. Passengers must take priority.
I'd be delighted, sir. I could do with a change.
That's a good engine. First thing tomorrow, head up to Knapford Yards and Stanley will take care of you.
It's really exciting. I haven't taken passengers in ages. I just hope I'm good at it. Oh no, what if I'm not good at it? What if the passengers hate me? What if I have another accident? What if I...
I'm sure you'll be fine, Gilbert. If you're as good as pulling passengers as you are at shunting, you got nothing to worry about.
I suppose you're right. I just can't help but think about it. I mean, they're probably all used to Daisy because she's built for passengers, and I'm just a clumsy goods engine, and...
Hey, just because you are built for one thing doesn't mean you can't be good at something else too. I mean, just look at me. I used to be a classroom. Trust me, Gilbert, you'll do great. Just keep your steam up.
Thanks, Dexter. I'll do my best. I always like these little chats.
So do I. I just wish I could join you. But I'm sure the Fat Controller has already chosen the perfect coach for you to use.
Hey, don't worry. I'm sure you'll have a real job any day now. Keep your steam... I don't really know what coaches would keep up, to be honest.
Early the next morning, as instructed, Gilbert headed to Knapford Yard, nervous but excited to start his new job.
Good morning. You must be Stanley. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise. The Fat Controller said you'd be coming. We're a bit short of coaches at the moment.
Oh! I'm not doing anything today.
Who's that?
That's Hasty Hannah.
She seems nice and eager. Can I take her?
Well, sure, but there's a reason why no one wants to take.
Thank you, Stanley, but I'm in a rush and I really don't want to be late on my first passenger run. I'm sure Hannah will be just fine. So, tell me, why do they call you Hasty Hannah? Whoa!
Faster, Gilbert! Faster! Woo!
Oh my!
Whoa, what? Stop it! Stop! Whoa! Look out! I can't stop!
Huh? Whoa! These railways. Stupid.
In no time at all, Gilbert and Hannah were approaching the station at Alsborough.
We need to slow down! Look, there's the station! Oh, you're worse than the trucks!
We can't stop now. We're having too much fun. Woohoo!
Please keep back from the edge of the platform as the train is making its approach.
Stop, Hannah! Stop!
Whoa!
Hey! Where's my hat?
Gilbert!
Oh no, oh no! Skiff! Look out! I can't stop!
Huh? Oh my!
Whoa!
Whoa! Hey! Gilbert! What's the rush?
There's definitely a rattling coming from my springs, fitter.
I can't find anything wrong with you, Daisy. You're as fit as a fiddle. I think you'll be in good running for at least another month.
Whoa! Daisy! Look out! Whoa!
Well, I think there might be something wrong with her springs now. Oh, that part isn't supposed to bend like that.
Gilbert! Look what you've done!
It wasn't me, it was...
Hasty Hannah, I might have known. You've caused confusion and delay. How are you feeling, Daisy?
Not good, sir.
Oh, with the damage to her springs, I'd estimate she'll be out of service for at least a few days, sir.
Oh, fantastic. That's all we need. We'll cancel all trains today while I go and figure out what to do.
What should I do with Hannah, sir?
Oh, I've got just the job for her.
Ugh! This place stinks.
Where do you want me to put this coach, boss?
Put her on that siding over there until it's time for the workers to go home.
wild animal throws something like that away? Ugh.
Hello, Gilbert. How'd it go?
Terrible.
That bad? What happened?
I got stuck with this obnoxious coach who just wanted to go fast.
Ah, Hannah, yes. Thomas told me about her.
All she did was push me, and I ended up crashing into Daisy. I didn't even get to take any passengers.
Oh, well, it wasn't your fault, Gilbert.
I know, but I still feel bad. Daisy has been sent to the diesel works now, and the Fat Controller was really cross. We're in an even worse situation than we were yesterday.
You can't let one bad day get you down, Gilbert. You can try again tomorrow. Make it up to the Fat Controller and be right on time.
I guess.
Hey, look at the bright side. At least you don't have to work with Hannah again.
Well, that's a relief. I suppose it can't be any worse than today was. Thanks again, Dexter.
You're welcome, Gilbert.
I best get to the sheds. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, Dexter.
Night, Gilbert. Look, Gilbert?
Yes?
When you were with the Fat Controller, did he happen to mention a job for me at all?
I'm sorry, Dexter. He didn't.
Oh. Well.
There'll be something for you soon. I just know it.
Oh, yes. Well, good luck tomorrow. And keep your steam up.
Thanks, Dexter.
The next day, Gilbert was sent back to the shunting yards to pick up another coach.
I heard you had problems with Hannah yesterday. I did try to warn you.
I know, I should have listened. Sorry.
Never mind. We live and learn. But you won't have any problems today. Gilbert, I'd like you to meet Old Slow Coach.
Oh, hello there, dearie.
Hello. Hopefully you'll live up to your name as much as Hasty Hannah.
I'm not that old, you know.
No, I meant the slow part.
Oh, I see. Well, you know what they say. Slow and steady wins the race.
You blimey, you're heavier than you look.
I beg your pardon?
I said you had a lovely looking coupling hook.
Oh, how sweet. I just had it cleaned.
I just hope it's strong enough. Come on. Oh, all aboard!
Hello, everybody. What a lovely day. Are you going to the beach, little boy?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, well, hop in and we'll get you there in no time, dearie.
Woohoo!
What a lovely little thing.
So far, everything was going fine, and Gilbert was happy. Until it was time to depart.
Come in. I can't move. Oh.
Come on, Gilbert. Duck's due in a minute. You've got to get going.
I can't. Old Slow Coach is just too heavy. Oh.
What did you just say?
I said you were too heavy. I can't pull you. You're just too full.
The guard had no other choice but to ask some of the passengers to wait for the next train. Gilbert wasn't thrilled at the prospect of doing twice as many trips, but it couldn't be helped.
Come on, we need to make up for lost time.
Oh, slow down, young engine. Goodness me. Oh, I just want to get there in one piece.
Oh no, not again.
Now it's time for your turn, little boy. We'll get you to the beach at once. Well, I never. Children's today. No patience.
To be fair, he probably wasn't expecting a trip to Norramby Beach to take 6.5 hours.
Gilbert? Oh, it's nearly midnight.
Yes, I know.
I take it that things didn't go well today either.
Well, old Slow Coach certainly is the right name for her.
So, you were late?
Dexter, I wasn't just late. I saw Trevor pass me twice in the time it took me to get from the harbour to the miniature railway, and of course Mike had a field day with snail jokes, and maybe I'm just not cut out to carry passengers.
Oh, nonsense. You'd make a great passenger engine. You just need the right coach.
I just don't know what to say to the Fat Controller. Stanley said they had a shortage of coaches at the shunting yard, so if Hannah and old Slow Coach are the best they have, I really can't imagine what he'll have for me tomorrow. Oh well, it's pretty late. I best get going. Hopefully I'll be by earlier tomorrow.
Well, you know me. I'll be here. But I'm sure everything will work itself out in the end. Hope things are better for you tomorrow. Keep your steam
up. Night, Dexter.
Night, Gilbert. I'll be here. Not like I'm going anywhere anyway. Gilbert didn't sleep well that night. He wasn't happy, and neither was the Fat Controller. Early the next morning, he went to the sheds to see Gilbert.
Gilbert, I would like a word with you.
I'm sorry, sir, but old Slow Coach insisted that 15 miles per hour was fast enough and I couldn't just...
Relax, Gilbert. I'm aware it wasn't your fault, but you do need some coaches.
But there aren't any, sir. I suppose I could use some cattle trucks or...
No, passengers can't go in livestock wagons. Even though sometimes I think they'd be more at home there, if Daisy's seats are anything to go by. Anyway, I've got a little surprise for you, Gilbert.
Good morning, Gilbert.
Gilbert?
Dexter?
I've been meaning to give Dexter here a proper job for a while now, but things have got so busy, so fast, that I hadn't the time to put all the plans into action. but you couldn't possibly carry that many passengers with only one coach. Which is why I've also purchased another coach from the mainland.
Gilbert, I'd like you to meet Veronica.
Oh, is that Gilbert? Doesn't he look adorable? Ooh, in such a lovely shade of orange. He reminds me of a fruit, but I can't think which one. It's a tropical, exotic one.
An orange?
Oh, no, don't be silly. A tangerine! He's more like a tangerine. Small and sweet.
So, will I be using Dexter and Veronica as my coaches today, sir?
Not just today, Gilbert. Dexter and Veronica are your coaches permanently.
Really?
Yes, you'll be staying on passenger duties for the foreseeable future. The work on the Wellsworth branch has decreased, so I'll be sending Donald and Douglas back here to help. Those two with Oliver are more than capable of managing the goods work. You and Ryan can help them out when necessary.
After the week you've had, Gilbert, you deserve this.
Sir, does this mean I actually have a permanent job now?
That's right, Dexter.
Thank you, sir. Did you hear that, Gilbert? I've got a job. A real job.
I did. We're working together.
Oh, this is so exciting.
I told you everything would work itself out. You just have to...
Keep your steam up. Oh, dear. Oh.
Gilbert, Veronica, and Dexter now happily work together.
Hello, everybody!
To take passengers to and from the beach all day.
All aboard!
It had been a trying week for Gilbert. One coach was too fast. The other was too slow. But Veronica and Dexter were...
just right.